Let's talk about your own collection. You've had some interesting rides through the years. I know one you want back, but do you still have the 29 Model A Ford?
Do you know, I don't. I did some trialing in it. I loved that car. It's another, I've regretted every car I've ever sold. I did some off-road trialing in it and I loved it. I love that straight four. It's a simple lump. It's also an early example of mass production. You can tell how it was engineered into it from the start. So no, I don't have it. I do have other vintage cars.
Oh, well, let's talk about your other vintage cars. What do you have?
Old stuff. Currently in the garage, I'm campaigning in the Exmoor trial with my daughter next week in a 1930 Austin 7 Ulster bodied. I've got a 1934 supercharged Lagonda low chassis Tourer with the throttle pedal in the middle and the brake on the right. And I let James May drive it once. Because obviously in a panic situation, you just hit the thing that makes everything worse. So I had a plaque engraved that sits on the dash. The brake is on the right. You need to know that. I've got a 1933 Riley Alpine Tourer. That's a lovely rare little car, little tiny straight six. So I love vintage stuff right up to modern day.
You also have modern day stuff, right? Is it true that you have a Ram TRX? I
had that for a while.
Yeah.
I've just bought my full-on midlife crisis car.
Which is?
54 this year. I've always said I have a soft spot for Porsche because they work and it's just use it and abuse it. It's a car. And I've always said Porsches have to be rear-wheel drive only and a coupe. So I've bought a Turbo S Cabriolet in black, and I drive it with the hood down and my shades on, and people actively laugh and point at the middle-aged man bringing my crisis out into the world. But you see, my reckoning is, the car makes me really happy, it makes you happy laughing at me, so it's bringing joy.
Win-win.
That's I think it should be state subsidized. I'm bringing joy. I make a lot of people smile every day in that car.
You really regretted selling the Ferrari 550 Maranello.
Don't talk about it. Yep, that's enough of that. Thank you. Yes, I did.
Why'd you sell it?
I sold it because we live out in the countryside in the middle of nowhere as a family, and I spent my life on the M4 commuting to and from London, and I thought, this is crazy, family, we need to move closer to London. We were renting a house at the time where we were out in the country, so I rented a house closer to London. And over the course of the weekend, I moved my wife, 2 daughters, 6 dogs, 7 horses, quite a lot of cars and motorcycles, down to this rented house on the Friday. And by the Sunday, the removals guys were coming to offload the last truck. And I looked at my wife and my daughters, and I watched them trying to fit into a sort of London life. And I just thought, that's not us, that's not them. So I said to the removals guys as they took the last things off the truck, put it all back on and take us home. And we went back out to the country. But as a result, I had to rent that house for another 6 months. I didn't have the money, so I had to sell the Ferrari to pay for the rent.
Oh, wow.
Why'd you make me recall that pain, reliving it? It's PTSD. I love that car.
Garage.